Good morning, it's the Yorkshire Trekker, and I'm at Pateley Bridge today doing a walk. It's about 4.5 mile long walk, and there is a nice feature to see. It's called Yorke's Folly. It's about halfway round. Anyway, I'm going to do this a little bit different because this is the all new Yorkshire Trekker show. So yeah, before I start, this blooming backpack, well, I've got a few things different this time round with this walk, so I've had to buy a few extra bits. But now my backpack, I've had to use my big one. I've had to hook things on the outside of the bag that just won't fit in. You'll see a bit later on the reasons why. Hopefully you'll enjoy the new format. I'm going to give it a try. The way I'm envisaging it, it should be a lot better presented, a lot cleaner and a lot more professional looking, hopefully. But yeah, this backpack, it weighs a ton, and I really didn't realise how heavy it was. Now, coming from the flat to the car before I set off, I was carrying it just in my hand, and I thought, crikey, this is heavy. Once I've got it on my back, it ain't too bad. So hopefully it won't affect my walk, because there is two steep climbs, ascents I should say. So we'll see how we get on. I've just come to this little park, and before I start the walk, I'm just going to give you a little bit of history about Pateley Bridge, just a little bit of information. So yeah, each time I do my videos, I'm going to do little segments, different segments, and hopefully before I start each walk, I'm just going to give you a little bit of knowledge about the places I'm visiting. So Pateley Bridge. In the early Middle Ages, the site of Pateley lay in the lands of the Archbishop of Yorke, which came to be known as Bishopside. In the 12th century, the principal settlement in Bishopside was at Wilsill, rather than Pateley. Pateley was first recorded in 1175 as Pateley-a-Gate. The final elements are clear, deriving from the Old Norse gater or street, and the northern dialect form brig or bridge respectively, though there is a lot of debate about the Pateley section of the name. The usual explanation is Old English pa or path. In the genitive plural form, pow plus layer, open ground or clearing in a forest, Pateley, referring to the paths up Nidderdale and from Ripon to Craven, which intersected here. However, the Pateley name forms competed in the Middle Ages with forms like Padlewoff and Pafslewoff, which could be from Middle English Padil, a shallow place in water, plus the Old North Vaff or ford, and it could be that they owe something to this name. Apologies for my pronunciation. In 1320, the Archbishop of Yorke granted a charter for a market and fair at Pateley. From the 14th century until the early part of the 20th century, Scottgate Ash Quarry dispatched hard-wearing sandstone from its site on the northern flank above Pateley Bridge. When the railway arrived in Nidderdale The stone was exported by trains and was used in railway platforms, national buildings and harbour walls. Scottgate Ash Quarry closed in 1915. Now Pateley Bridge lies next to the River Nid. It's just over here beyond this little banking, just running behind me at the side of me. The town is also famous for the oldest sweet shop in England, which was established in 1827 and is validated as the longest continuous trading sweet shop in the world, as recognised by the Guinness World Records book 2014, and is housed in one of the oldest buildings in Pateley Bridge. We will pass that, we go up Main Street on the walk. The town is also famous for its award-winning pork pies. Kendall's Farm Butchers, again found in the Main Street, has a delicious selection of pies and pastries, including their award-winning pork pies, which I have sampled before. My favourite is the pork, apple and black pudding pie. It's a delightful combination of sweet and savoury. I reckon on my way back, hopefully it'll be open. It is a Sunday, so hopefully it will be open, selling those pork pies, and I can grab one or two. But yeah, anyway, that is the first section, a little bit of history, you know, surrounding Pateley Bridge. It's not in depth. I'm just going off basically what I found on Google, Wikipedia. So anyway, let's get to business and let's get trekking. So there were two steep climbs on this walk. I'm hoping Main Street were one of them because that wasn't too bad. Yeah, this backpack is really heavy. Hopefully I'll get onto some flat ground soon, and then it should be a lot easier. But yeah, if there's two really steep climbs, then I am proper going to struggle with this backpack. Anyway, I've reached the top of Main Street and now I'm looking for a track on the left, panorama walk. That's going to take me away from this urban part of the walk. You're going to say hello? Hello then. Hey? Yeah, I know, it's a big hill this, isn't it? Hey? Off you go. Don't worry, what are you going to do out? Spoke too soon, I think. This is one of the steep hills. This is the start of panorama walk. It's like a narrow walkway. Old dry stone walls either side, sheltered, at least till you get glimpses like this, brief openings. Yeah, it's definitely one of the steep climbs. Gorgeous houses around here, really is. Yorkshire Dales offers some absolutely beautiful places, really does. This hill, it's a calf killer, it certainly is. It's gone from a steep climb to a more gentle climb, but it's still climbing. There is a mast, I'm assuming it's like a TV radio mast, signal mast over in the distance on the other side of this valley. I know from reading the instructions that I am heading in that direction, although kind of round towards it, not directly. But as long as I can keep that in view and get close to it, then I know I'm close. Absolutely gorgeous views from this point, heading up this hillside here. This little village here is glass houses, I believe. Not sure if we go directly through it or if we just skirt around the edge. Some people say actually going downhill is worse than going uphill, particularly on your calves. I said that over the calf killer and it was burning my calves. But yeah, going downhill can be just as hard. This is like a paved area at a minute, so this isn't too bad. And I'm talking about like big hillsides that have got rocky paths and what have you. Yeah, it can be quite hard going at times, going downhill. It's funny because when I was telling my mum about this walk, they have done this walk, my mum and dad, once upon a time when they used to do walking regular, and she did say, just be careful of the edges. And I'm like, edges? What edges? What do you mean, like shrubs, hedges? She says there is cliffs, and I didn't know that. It don't actually say in the instructions of walking instructions, the directions that I've got. But yeah, looking up at that hillside where that mast is, there's some big cliffs. So I'm assuming we'll climb up here and walk along the edges of that. I hope so anyway. I'm not brave enough to get that close, I'm not daft enough to do that, but yeah, it'd be nice if we could get some nice views from the top of them cliffs. One thing I didn't realise just walking through this field is there's an horse. Yeah, it's not bothering me though. Thankfully it's away from me. I've just been talking to a lovely woman in this little village of glass houses. I just said hi and says, oh, it's lovely weather. Got chatting. She's she's looking into painting a fence, and happened to mention that I am a painter by trade. And it's so, you can help me. And she fetched this tin of paint out. She's asking me, would it do this fence? So I helped her out a little bit. But yeah, an absolutely lovely woman. And we had a good 10 minutes chatting. So really nice and friendly. So anyway, I'm heading down this hill, and she did say, yeah, you're in for a bit of a steep climb, although it is in a wooded area. So we'll see how it goes. Come to say hello. I ain't got no for you. I've got no for you. You'll have to just carry on eating grass, will you? Eh? Eh? I don't touch you, I don't stroke you. You might bite me. Hey up, you've got another friend coming here now. Haven't you? I hope you can't jump that wall. Hey? I bet you're warm in that coat, aren't you? Hello? You'll come to say hello as well. You've got your hairs dyed, haven't you? Punks. Punk sheep. Aye. Oh well, I'll fire. I ain't got no for you neither. I ain't got no for you. Don't have them all coming down here. Bloody hell. I'm going now. I'm going now. Yeah, say hello. Say hello. Hey dear. I can't jump over this fence. This wall. Whew. Another start of a climb here. I reckon this could be climbing for a long while. It's quite shaly. Lots of little rocks, pebbles. So it's hard to get a grip really. It'd be better if it were tarmacked, but it ain't. So I reckon when I get to top of this hill, I reckon I'm going to be hungry by then. And let me tell you, this ain't just a snack. This ain't a pot noodle. This ain't a pasty pie. Oh no. Oh no. Just wait till you see it. Gordon Ramsay, eat your heart out. It's a bit overgrown. A bit wet, slippy. Nettles. Lots of nettles. Brambles. Whoa, whoa, really uneven. I think this is going to get difficult now. Like I said, I've got a lot of weight on my back, so I'm having to lean into the hill, which you do anyway naturally, but seem to be leaning into it more because of the extra weight on my back. Though you think my belly would counteract to that. That's like a counterbalance. Crikey. These steps are pretty steep. This looks low. Sure, I'm not going to have to crouch down to get through this. I'll fire. Yeah, I've got to crouch down a bit. It does open up a bit. And my backpack we're getting caught on twigs, on holly bushes. So this now is definitely a woodland climb. It's going to be hard going, but I'm sure it's going to be rewarding once I get to the top of this. In fact, I've only got one bottle of juice with me, I've got a bottle of water, but I was saving that for the for my dinner. As you'll see later on. I've drunk about half my juice already because it's warm today. It's really warm today, and when you're in clothes like this, it's muggy. It's not. There's obviously no wind today at all. Nothing to cool me down. So this is going to be quite an hard trek. I really do think it is. I'm not halfway yet. But you know, you got to take the rough with the smooth. The last walk was really pleasant, easy. The one at Dolby Forest that me and Joe did. This one is a lot. I'm sure that for a dragonfly. There's flies everywhere, creatures, bugs. Thankfully, I don't think we've got mosquitoes in this country, have we? Come on. Oh. God. Weighs an absolute ton. Bloody hell. This path levelled out a bit earlier, and it was lulling me into a false sense of security because I thought it's quite tame really. It's flat. Pretty flat to say I'm supposed to be going up this steep embankment. Like I say, it lulled me because it's now climbing steep. Cracking views in distance to the side of me, and it's opened up now. It's opened up a bit. Shite. I am getting, wow, absolutely gorgeous views. Yeah, I am struggling a bit with my foot. I do get arthritis in my big toe, and it is twinging a little bit. I've got some medication in my backpack to sort that out. But yeah, what a view. What an absolutely gorgeous view that is. I'm glad I just stopped here to talk to you 2 minutes. Let me show you so I'm not fall down this banking. Let's look at that. Glorious. Sun shines out. Sun's out. I reckon I could get a bit burnt today, especially now I'm in open. Come through that woodland. I do need to find somewhere now really to have something to eat. I had naught to eat this morning, saving me some for the main course. Yeah, I could do with somewhere now. I mean, trouble is it's all bracken and stuff around me. There's only this footpath, and I can't do what I'm going to do here. I need somewhere a little bit isolated. There it is. There's that mast. So, if I'm not mistaken, that is the point where started him back, I think. Should be about halfway. Well, we'll soon see. But I've got something to eat. I mean, I'm not only thirsty, I'm starving now. And I can feel my energy reserves depleting. Speak to you soon. I found an ideal place. And it's this rock here. I'm not kidding. I was just about to climb on it. And I saw something like scurrying. I thought it were a mouse at first. My eyes, I'm not seeing things, honest to God, it were a little lizard. A lizard. A newt maybe. Like a lizard. Tell me I'm not seeing things. So I'm going to stay here a bit. I'm going to see if I can, because lizards do like to sit on hot rocks, I think anyway. I swear there were a lizard. I've never ever known that in this country. But I'm just going to hang about and see. The only thing here is a lot of flies. As nice as the views are, got to be very, very careful here. The shade drops right on the edge of this path in certain places. The thing is, the instructions said to go around the back of the steel tower, which is what I've done. The other paths would have gone in front of it, so I think I'm on the right track. It is a footpath. It is a public footpath, but it's very precarious in certain parts of this track. You know how clumsy I am. Still haven't found a place. The trouble is, I don't want to really do it too close to the path, and there's just nowhere at the moment. Nowhere at all. I just stopped for the drink. And I did consider getting all my gear out, but oh, wow. Yeah, this is, whoa, I mean that is just a sheer drop right at the edge of this path. I'm going to stop filming for a bit. I need to keep my eyes on what I'm doing. This is my new toy. It's a little camping stove. I'm going to cook a little meal, and today I'm just going to do something simple. It's going to be a nice savoury minced dish, and to start with though, I'm gonna boil some water and make a nice cup of tea. I'm ready for a cup of tea. So where's my bottle of water? Got a bottle of water here. Now, oops, fill this up. I do need a little bit of water for my dinner. That'll do. There should be enough there. Close that up. So let's get this going. And I think that's going. Yeah, we've got heat. So pour this water into the pan. So I'm going to boil that up. Fairly flat on here. So what I've got is in here, I know what it looks like. It's a bit suspicious, but it ain't. And if I can get this into my cup. Basically some sugar in a tea bag. Now in this, I bought this. It's a little cool bag, and in here I've got some milk. I'm not going to open that just yet. So let's wait for my water to boil. In fact, let's move you around, get a better view, and that's steaming away nicely. That's not going to take 2 minutes to boil up. I got this. It's a snork, so it's a spoon, it's a fork, and it's a knife on that edge. So I'll be able to stir my tea with that, but I'll also be able to use this. No, I've got this wooden spatula to cook my food, and then I can use this to eat it. I'm all prepared. I'm very prepared today. Let's just see how this goes. I'll come back to you when it's boiling. So I've got that to a nice boil now, and that's good enough for me. Let's just turn this off for now and get that poured in there. Try not to spill any. Beautiful. It's sliding about. Get that back on there. While my tea's stewing, I'll just move that out of the way, because I like my tea to brew a bit first. I'm going to get this frying up. Yep, we're good. So what I've got is a bit of fry light. Just spray some of that into the pan. Nice. Open the coal bag. So I've got some onions. Let's get these onions in. Some chopped onions. Some mushrooms, chopped mushrooms. And my mince. Get that in there. So hopefully this won't take too long. that's doing lovely, look at that. I'm absolutely starving. Some spices in. So I'll put some herbs in. I've got some rosemary, thyme, basil, all chopped, dried herbs, and I've got a bit of paprika in there, and that's reducing nicely now. I've got a few gravy granules. Trouble is I've attracted a few flies. So gravy granules just to thicken it up a bit. And give it that meaty, nice beefy flavour. And them herbs will just set it off nicely. Oh, that looks lovely, that smells delicious. So I'm going to turn that off now, because that is done. So as you can see, I've got a nice mince there, savoury mince, with a little twist of, you know, some herbs, some typical English herbs, and that's lovely. It's going to be nice if I can fight off these flies. I'm going to let that just cool a bit. Bleeding out, there's millions on them. They're all after me dinner. So I've made my cup of tea. And now I'm going to get tucked into this. Delicious. Those herbs are really setting it off nice. Just give it that little bit of extra flavour, you know. As well as the herbs, I put salt and pepper in as well. Just write them out. So I'll have a bit of watching up to do after this. But I needed this, really did. This is just a pan from home. I could do with a proper camping pan, really. I probably will buy one at some point. Absolutely delicious. I'm not feeding you, get lost. I'm showing the viewers at home. Bloody flies. Because this is a tester, really, because I wasn't sure exactly how much meat to bring and onions and mushrooms. I mean, I didn't really know how much herbs to put in, just sprinkle some in a bag. But it turned out it's absolutely spot on. That's absolutely delicious. I'm well chuffed with that little camping stove, because at first, yeah, it is a little bit big, must admit. Takes a lot of room up in my bag. Probably the heaviest thing in my bag. Gosh, was I ready for that. I'm halfway through. And I've got my cup of tea, nice golden cup of tea. Gotta be golden as your tea. This is ideal. Obviously I'm on like a rock. Yeah, I mean, the side of it is probably straight down, but I'm not going to be venturing over there. I'm here to eat my food and that's it. Anyway, all I'm going to do is eat this. Going to drink my tea, clean up, pack away, and then it's on to Yorke's Follies, I think it's called. Yorke's Follies. I'm just having my cup of tea. I didn't realise I've got to wait for it to cool down, and I can't just pack it up straight away. I'll end up burning my back. I'll end up setting myself on fire. So this is a lovely little place just to chill out. I'm going to sit and enjoy scenery with my cup of tea while that's cooling down. Tidy up what I can, clean what I can, and yeah, just wait for that to cool down. I have got a carry case for it, but it's plastic, so obviously it's got to cool down. A lot of helicopters flying around here. I filmed one earlier, don't know what that was. It's an aeroplane. It's an aeroplane. Well, there's a lot of things in air, a lot of flies, but this is the life, isn't it? This is the life. I love it. I love it. That's gone cold now. I've been chattering on too long. Right, I am going to chill out now. I am going to get tidied up. That is an helicopter. That's definitely an helicopter I can hear. Catch you soon, guys. I'm all packed up, ready to go. Does my bag feel any lighter? No, it don't, not one bit. And in fact, it's digging into my shoulders a bit now. These straps, even though they're padded, they are digging into me a bit. Never mind, you know. But I've enjoyed this. It's worth it. The pain's worth it. Yeah, over in the distance there is something like Fewston Reservoir, something like that. Forget the name. The sun's come out again. It did actually cloud over a bit, and I thought it was going to start spitting rain, but luckily it's come out glorious again. Anyway, I'm going to head on down now to Yorke's Follies, get some footage down there, and I'll tell you a little bit about that when I get to it. Anyway, I'm fed and watered. I've been bitten all over today, absolutely. One of the walks I did, I think it was I can't remember where it was, but I actually got bit on my leg twice, and over the course of a week it turned really bad and got really infected. I'll try and get some photos on to show you. And it started off just as a little spot, and it grew and it grew and it grew. Yeah, I had to go to hospital with it. Just a course of antibiotics sorted it out. But yeah, you're still got to be careful. Even in Britain, we haven't got, you know, deadly spiders, deadly snakes. Well, I suppose we've got adders, but you very rarely see them. I've never seen one. But yeah, we're lucky we don't have really many deadly animals. But even so, they can still be nasty. Here is the dry stone wall. So yeah, this is the right direction. And actually, when I was having when I'm cooking my food and having my food, there were people passing by. So yeah, I knew it was the right path. It just worried me a little bit because certain parts are absolutely sheer drop. But it does say, well, it says escarpments. Now I didn't know what an escarpment was. That's why I didn't know when I read the instructions on the walk. I didn't actually know what it was. I thought an escarpment was like a clearing or something for you know, Roman time, medieval times or whatever. But an escarpment, apparently, I've looked it up, it's a cliff. Hence my mum telling me, be careful, don't go near the edge. But yeah, it was certain death. You fall down that, certain death. Thankfully, I'm now protected at the side of this wall. Although, more chance of being eaten alive by bugs. I honest to God, I really enjoyed that meal. I know it's a lot more hassle, but it was nice to have a hot meal, a decent hot meal, proper hot meal, savoury mince. But yeah, I've come to the signpost now. I don't think I really need the instructions. It's pretty self-explanatory now. York's Follies. Basically 2 stone towers, and it's actually grade 2 listed building, if you like. The York's Follies dominates the skyline above the village of Brewerley, and sits on the Nidderdale Way. It was commissioned by the Yorke family, hence its name, and like the Druids Temple, it was constructed to provide employment in a recession. So obviously they got the local people in, you know, give them a job in the times of the recession. There were originally 3 shafts built in the late 18th century, and were designed to look like the ruin of an east window or a church crossing, and they're now locally known as Two Stoops. One of the shafts, the 3rd shaft, were blown down in a storm in 1893. Yeah, that's the two stone shafts, and you know they can be seen over on the other side, on the other hillside, which I think I did manage to capture some footage from that side, down across the valley. Yeah, I mean, might not be much to look at nowadays, but judging by how it's arched and you know, some of the masonry, I reckon it would have been pretty nice when it was originally built. Anyway, that's York's Follies, and that is probably you know, the highlight of this walk, other than obviously Pateley Bridge itself. And once again, the friendliness of the people around here is second to none. Just having a little chat to a bloke, and he asked me where I was from. I says, oh, Pontefract lights, quite flat around there. I says, yeah. I says, where do you live? And he went, the highest building over there. He actually lives over there. Such a lucky man. What a lovely man. What a lovely bloke. Yeah, it's fantastic around here. I was just telling him, you know, it's nice to get out here and get to these places. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous scenery. Yeah, he's a very lucky bloke. Whatever your name, I didn't catch your name. He did say he was going to look up my channel, so hopefully he'll remember the name of it. But yeah, really friendly. That's 2 people now on this walk. They've took the time out just to stop and have a chat. Fantastic. Just there. Just come down a steep meadow. Yeah, it is right what they said, and what I said earlier. It is as hard going downhill than it is up. Yeah, you're just fighting against gravity, basically. You know, it's wanting to send you hurtling downhill. But so yeah, your legs do feel it a bit because you're just fighting against it. I believe the River Nid is down there. Now I do have 2 options. One is the roadside walk back to Pateley Bridge, and the other takes me through Fish Pond Wood. I'm a bit undecided what to do yet. I must admit, I'm shattered, and I fear that Fish Pond Wood might be slightly longer. I'm not keen on roadside walking, but I must admit I need to get back now. I'm ready to get back, because yeah, I am towing a bit now. More in aches and pains, really. Seems I've got 3/4 of a mile left to do. I didn't think it was that much, actually. So the instructions do tell me if I don't want to do this roadside walking, I have to go down here, Peat Lane, and that'll take me off the road through Fish Pond Wood. But To be honest, for 3/4 of a mile left to do still. That looked like it were gonna take me out of my way, really. I don't want that, Annie. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna do this roadside walk. They're quite country lanes, so I don't think many people are gonna be tramming down here, top bombing. So I'll steady away on here, on this path. At least it's easy to walk along.